Hi, I'm Boba, and I'm never gonna stop doing this intro. It's been well over a year since my last upload, and today's actually my birthday, the 6th of April, so what a great time to be back! I present to you Slime Farmer Part 4. So first I had to make all the buildings I didn't finish, so here's the silo. Then I made the pond, which I didn't actually like, so I changed after a while, and this was one of the reasons why I didn't anchor it. And after that, there was the incinerator, which I had the same problem with, now that I changed it, that I forgot to anchor it again. The next thing I did is a bit complicated, but basically I just separated the inventories, because in the past, the players shared an inventory, but you can see that one has a carrot and one does not, so the inventory is separate now. Then after that I had to make all the upgrade shops, so you know the drill, pause and read if you want, and the images are gonna come later, so don't worry. And after that my friend dared me to add ads, so I added image ads on the back of the house. So like, watch him if you want to give me money. After that I quickly hooked up the UI for the upgrade screens, but they don't work, so that's the next thing I need to work on. And now it works, but I realized I don't have any models, so I use the incinerator as a template. But yeah, now I need to make them, so the upgrades are done, the high walls, which adds high walls, the airnet, which adds an airnet, and the solar shield, which adds a solar shield for phosphor slimes. And the solar shield actually works. I have two phosphor slimes, one's inside, one's outside, and because it's the day, the one on the outside is going to die, and the one on the inside, as you can see, is perfectly fine. And also the plort collector, which can help you pick up plorts, and then you just collect them from the inventory. Then I also fixed the bug, which I found extremely annoying while testing. As you can see in this video, all the plorts go into the cell zone. But in the past this used to happen and it was extremely annoying, so I most definitely had to have it fixed. After that I added the auto feeder, which you can just put in food in it, and after some time it just dispenses 5 of them into your coral. After that I have added the garden, which you can input a fruit or a vegetable, a veggie, and if you put a fruit it grows a tree, and after some time that tree is going to produce some fruits. And as you can see, it's the same with the veggies. Now we also need fruit and veggies to expire, so as you can see, this effect is exaggerated in this video, but the one on the right is going to expire first and you cannot pick it up, then the one in the middle, and lastly the one on the left. I really have been all over the place when adding features for this video, but this is the garden upgrades, which is the sprinklers, the nutrient soil, and lastly the scarce slime. After that I quickly made a silo, and you can actually store stuff in it and buy more storage for it. Then I added the coop upgrades, which has higher walls, which adds higher walls, the vitamizer, which adds a vitamizer, and lastly the spring grass, but we kinda ran out of budget for that one. And as you can see, this time the coop actually works because chickens can lay eggs, and after that they can hatch into new chickens. After that I just turned the incinerator into a damage brick so it can actually damage you some. And I told you I didn't like the pond model, so this isn't way better, but it's at least an improvement from what I had before, so yeah, here's the new pond model. I apologize for your ears, but yeah, the game wasn't actually that optimized till this point. This is real, uncut, unedited gameplay, so I kinda have to fix that. Oh, and I actually got sidetracked a bit, so money, 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 now you can buy a game pass for double storage. It's not great by any means, I was too lazy to change two numbers, so that doesn't happen, but it works, so more money for me. And after that I got my good friend Popper to try and playtest the game, but it's safe to say that did not go so well. At first he played the game normally, getting some pogo fruits, some carrots, overall what you're supposed to do, to explore, but then things took a turn for the worst. And then he tried feeding the chickens to make plorts, and I had to explain to him that chickens don't need to eat. So yeah, that was something. After he finally got back to base, he actually started slime farming. He put a pink slime in the coral, gave him some food, and didn't check up on him for the entire rest of his playthrough, so yeah. After that, he decided that the best use for his money is buying a silo that he did not use like ever. So I don't know why he did that. Or actually I lied, he did in fact try and use it, but he was actually sucking what was not there instead of trying to put it in, and after he realized that, he just put the carrots back there and left them there forever. And after that, one of the luckiest things happened, a gold slime spawned, and we didn't have any food to feed it. But he saw it, he thought it was cool, and then wondered where it gone because I didn't have a sound effect for it disappearing. So he looked for it and he didn't find it because it disappeared. After that, he found a moss blanket with puddle slimes which made lots of plorts, so he took all of them in hopes of selling them, making him rich. And then he found the mint mangoes. That's it, he didn't even take them. Yeah. And now this next clip, I can't even explain how mad I'm. How did he manage to fall in a straight line? He helped me find a bug that it showed everyone that he was knocked out when he died, but how? He lost everything. He lost everything. And now this next bug, I feel like it requires a bit of explaining, so I think he accidentally grabbed all the rocks in his backpack because they're in a model and the one that he grabbed was unanchored for some reason. So now for the rest of his playthrough, the Indigo Quarry is gonna have no rocks just because I forgot to push a button. And then he found his beloved puddle slimes again. And this time he didn't actually die with them, killing them. He actually did manage to take them back to base. So yes, finally, after all this time, he finally started slime farming, the whole point of the game. And he did the cheapest method possible, he just bought a pond and put all the slimes there. And it works, it made him lots of money. But like, you know, he could have done like anything else except that. But it works, so I can't blame him. And pretty much lastly, he tried planting carrots in the garden and he threw them on the ground in the garden. So I showed him how to actually plant them, and it was like, wow, a miracle. He didn't care. And yeah, that was kinda it. He kinda left after that. He didn't really do anything interesting, so anyways, that was Slime Farmer Part 4. Again, sorry that it took a year, but you can play the game in the description. I got a Discord server if you wanna talk to me, put YouTube comments, or like anything else. So have a good time, and don't forget to like and subscribe.